Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on a brand new episode of our special show, NewsX India A-List. In our endeavor to bring forth the stories of some of India's finest and brightest, today we've put together yet another unmissable lineup of India's who's who. Our first guests for the day are the co-founders of Lovegen, Bhavana Panday, Dolly Sidhwani and Nandita Mahtani. They cater to the ones who are open to experience and try everything new. It's a up-and-coming, trendy brand. Take a look at their story. Listen in.
Inspired by high street fashion trends.
Three of us were pretty much on the same page with it, and we just decided to go for it.
They cater to the brave and adventurous.
There's a lot of hate around the world right now, so we said we want everyone to be about love. Everyone who follows us, everyone who wears the brand, it should be the love generation.
Allowing people to express through clothes.
We came together and it just happened, like she said, like we talked about it a lot with them when we started it.
NewsX India A-List proudly recognizes Bhavana Panday, Dolly Sidhwani and Nandita Mahtani for excellence in creative fashion entrepreneurship.
Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this brand new interview as part of our NewsX A-List series. We're in conversation today with three very special women who all together founded a very prominent, chic and of course trendy brand called Lovegen. We're talking about Bhavana Panday, Dolly Sidhwani and Nandita Mahtani. They are all co-founders of Lovegen. Welcome all of you to NewsX. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Let me begin with you, Bhavana. What was the idea behind setting up this brand? Tell us the story.
It's like, three of us have been friends for almost 20 years now. And, we've often hung out at parties together and at each other's homes and stuff. And fashion and marketing was something that was common between the three of us. Nandi has been a designer for many years. Dolly also had a brand, and plus she comes from an export background. And I had a bit of marketing experience, in fashion. So that used to be a common topic between the three of us, and we used to discuss that a lot. And I think over many conversations, we realized that we don't have a fast fashion brand in India, which is an Indian brand, which is like really cool and trendy, which, not only would I like to wear, but even my daughters. So something like that, which can be spread over all age groups and something comfortable and nice. And I think that's how the idea came about. And three of us were pretty much on the same page with it. And we just decided to go for it. Okay. It all happened quite quickly, actually.
Okay.
Conversations took a long time, but finally execution happened quite quickly.
Yeah. Do you want to add something to that, Nandita? Before I also get in Dolly, and also what's the story behind the name? Lovegen. It's a nice name, but is there a story behind how you decided on that?
Yeah, like Bhavana said, this is something that we all individually wanted to do. And I think it was just about finding the right people to do it with, because, to start a new brand, a startup, something on this level is not an easy job. And so the three of us connected, our synergy was great. So, and we all had our fortes, where we came together and it just happened, like she said, like we talked about it a lot with them when we started it and got into it. It just flowed and there was no turning back.
Okay. How did the name come about?
A lot of conversation.
Dolly, why didn't you take that?
Nandi came up with the name actually, but it was, we wanted to create a community about love. And, there's a lot of hate around the world right now. So we said, we want everyone to be about love. Everyone who follows us, everyone who wears the brand, it should be the love generation.
Okay.
Going forward, there should be no Gen Z, Gen this, that, and the other. It should just be the love generation.
Yeah. Well, Bhavana, of course, told us earlier about what all, you bring to the table, your prior experiences. But what's the real USP of the brand, Dolly? If I were to ask you, what sets it apart from others in the market, according to you?
Right now, we are very focused on denims. And what is really different about our brand is, I would say it's relaxed. At the same time, it's very glamorous, okay, and simple and interesting, and it's very cool and affordable. So I think this is what sets it apart. A lot of our design elements come in to play. Our travels, the museums we visit, whatever we carry back from our travels, all that comes back into the brand.
Okay. Interestingly, Nandita, you have your own brand as well. You've been in design for many years. So how was, what was the difference between this continuing to design for that and also associating yourself with another brand along with Bhavana and Dolly?
So my label is actually primarily a resort wear boutique range. So it's mid-range price wise. It's more mid-range. And as far as Lovegen, this is the mass, very affordable brand for everyone.
Okay.
And it was very exciting to design for Lovegen because obviously we have a lot more styles for every season, and it's more sort of in trend. It's more for the younger, generation. It's a lot of sweatshirts, t-shirts. So we could go a little more, crazy with designs as far as, Love.
Okay. Okay.
And like as far as explore, being more creative, there was like no end to it because like with my label, it's more resort, it's more feminine, it's more. It's a lot of handwork and beaded work, and it's a little more personalized. Whereas as far as this was, like we said, more of a mass, we wanted more mass appeal. So there was a lot more scope.
Okay.
So it was two different things for me as far as designing.
Just talking now about this last year and a half, of course, it's been completely unprecedented, Bhavana. But for your brand, how has it been for all of you? Personally, I'm sure, of course, very difficult as well. But professionally, how's the journey been for the brand through this tumultuous, COVID pandemic?
Honestly, it's not been that great for any of the brands. And, I don't think anyone was in a frame of mind to really shop, the last 1.5 years. People have been through so much. It's been turbulent times, and yes, but, somewhere, we were fortunate because, we've got people, we've got partners who've invested in brand, and that happened before the pandemic began. And they were very supportive with us, and the three of us and them, we've been like very strong about it. We made sure, we've been, as much as we could keep our employees, our people, our Lovegen family together as much as we could. And we've kind of, waded through this whole time together. And hopefully, looking at the positive side, we are hoping things are going to be, much better now. Our store in Malad, which is in Orbit Mall, has opened again. The two in Indore have opened again, of course, with restrictions and, keeping safety protocols in mind.
Yeah.
We have another one in Thane, which is open.
Okay.
We're looking at opening more stores this year, fingers crossed. Online thing has started, lovegen.com. So we're getting a lot of eyeballs there, and people have also started shopping from there.
Yeah.
And fortunately, our price points are such that, even, at times like this, when somebody wants to indulge, they don't have to think so much.
Okay.
Like our t-shirts and stuff are all at like $5.99, $4.99. Our denim start at $8.99, and it's exceptional quality. So
affordable fashion wear, which is of course important given people's spending power has decreased because of the situation. Okay, Dolly, do you Bhavana of course spoke about online. Do you believe that digital is this new normal? Everyone's talking about going digital. We've seen our conversation today is also of course happening digitally. But for you as well, do you believe sales are happening now more digitally, or marketing also is happening a lot now through social media?
Yes, it's a huge part of what the world is going to be like. But somehow I think there's always going to be a balance between brick and mortar, and it'll never be only digital or only brick and mortar. That balance, that in between has to come in. And that's what's going to stay. But I'd like to add to what Bhavana was saying. We've also collaborated with Anshul Garg from Desi Music Factory.
Okay.
And you'll see a lot of us and a lot of Lovegen with, what we do. So it is going to be a lot digital, of course, going forward. But yeah, brick and mortar, we're planning to open 30 to 50 stores in the next 2 years.
Okay, fantastic.
So brick and mortar is going to be huge for us as well.
Okay, so you're balancing out the two.
We're going to balance.
Nandita, since you've been in this industry for many years, do you believe that fashion trends have changed though in the last 2 years particularly? with people, of course, their spending powers decreasing. We're seeing new weddings also, new ways of going out. So fashion trends changed as well, do you believe, in this last year and a half?
Yes and no. So most definitely, for sure, I think because of the pandemic, people are they're more in that comfort zone. Everybody's more in, wearing a lot more athleisure and like loungewear, and people are not spending as much on your like daily wear, and because I guess people aren't going out as much as they were previously. But then again, I have to say, weddings still have been going on, and in our country everything is about the dates and the time. So I think even if people are having smaller weddings, I think when it comes to Indian clothes and their wedding clothes, people are still spending with the bigger designers. So I think it's both ways, and I think this time I guess there is a lot of online shopping happening. I mean, I think even for our brand, I think our online game has been upped for sure in this time. And like I, for one, I think it's the first time I ever shopped online during this pandemic. I wasn't really much of an online shopper.
Yeah. So that's a trend that's here to stay. Okay.
I think
Before we wrap up, I have to ask you, Bhavana, on a topic that's a bit away from this, but still a part of your brand, of course, the fact that you did a reality series in this last year as well. How was the response to that? And were you happy with this new experience for you?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought in my 40s I'm going to debut on television, but I did. It's been a fun experience. And I mean, I didn't know how people were going to react. I mean, there also I'm working with really close friends, and once again, all women. And it's been a great experience. And we were all nervous. We didn't know how people are going to, respond to something like this. But we've got a lot of love, and it's been absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Signing off now. This show is all about, highlighting achievers and success stories. So, very quickly, because we're running out of time, what's a one-line success mantra of yours, that you'd like to share with our viewers? Nandita, let me begin with you.
I'd say do what you love and love what you do.
Dolly?
Never give up and follow your dreams.
Bhavana?
My God, first I was thinking of what Nandi said, and then she said it, and then I thought of what Dolly said. She said, so I'll go with both of them.
Okay.
Exactly what the two of them said. Never ever give up and follow your love, your passion, your dreams, and go for it.
And of course, love what you do, and I guess love Jen as well.
Yeah.
So thank you all very much for joining us today on NewsX, and all the very best and safety to you as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.